Asia.
Hi, Janet.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Let's go for a ride. Here we are in Stanley Park. Why did you choose this location?
I think I chose this location because I feel like it's a nice little escape from the city. And if I just want to walk around the seawall and just enjoy the views of the city and kind of just be around nature. So Hatha is a short comedy, and it's about these two feuding women who have this shared encounter of sexism, and it's really about them kind of putting aside their feud to come together and stand up for themselves and also for each other. With a lot of the characters, like there's kind of this layer of like, you know, they're a lot more complex than what you initially see with them. You think she's like this kind of very Zen yogi, but at the end she just kind of like cracks a little bit and just shows this other side to her. And I think too with like the main character as well, like she's heading to yoga class, but she's listening to like punk music, and it's just not really what you would expect.
Tell me a little bit about how your feeling about that, about female anger maybe, or about how we express it as women when something happens to us.
So I think as young women, you know, we're kind of expected to hold back some of our anger in times where I think because in society it's like if you're, you know, expressing anger, I think it's can be seen as, you know, you're being difficult, or it's impolite to do this, or it's not feminine to be angry. But I really wanted to kind of embrace this anger that these women feel, because I think it's important that women own their rage, and I think, you know, in certain situations I think it's important that they express how they're feeling and really use it to stand up for themselves and also for each other. So I founded a production company in kind of the end of 2019, and it's called Visceral Village Productions. And really the intent with starting the company is that I wanted to kind of have control over my work, and I wanted to have, I think especially for as an Indigenous storyteller and kind of telling Indigenous stories, I wanted to make sure that we had some sort of narrative sovereignty when I was approaching some of the work that I was doing. I think it just allows for just a lot more kind of say in like who's coming on board, just making sure that there's representation not only in front of the camera but also behind the camera as well. It will be great to be in a theater full of people again and get to actually experience like an audience react, because I think that's one of the best parts about going to a film festival is that the audiences are so engaged and so passionate and so reactive to what's happening on screen. So to kind of experience those emotions in a theater full of people is unreal. I just remember sitting in front of like in the theater and just like watching some of the movies that were playing and thinking like how cool would it be to one day have my own film in the festival. At that time, like it was definitely a dream of mine, and so I think to have a film kind of be playing for the third time and be premiering at the festival for the third time is really special, and I would say it's, you know, definitely a dream come true.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Asia.
you.